Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Luton's Deadpool podcast. It's gonna be good. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Luton's Deadpool podcast with me, Luton's Deadpool, and my special guest today, Martin Partner. How you doing, Martin?
Very well. Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we've been trying to set this up for a while.
Life gets in the way. You're a busy man, so am I.
Exactly.
We've finally made it. Made some time.
Here we are. So, yeah, Martin, obviously, I know you. I know what you've been doing, and we've talked multiple times about your sort of life and what you've done.
Pieces, yeah,
you've done some pretty incredible stuff, man. I'm really excited to have people find out as well for themselves what you do. But yeah, rather than me introduce what you are and who you are, I'll give the floor to you. I mean, if you could kind of start, where are you from? Yeah, where are you from?
I'm originally from Welwyn Garden City. When I was 2, I moved to North London, and then when I was 10, I moved to Luton. So I've been here, what's the time? 44 years, 42 years, something like that. So, love Luton, man.
Yeah.
We get a lot of bad press, don't we?
Yeah.
But we need the positivity.
Yeah.
That's where we come in.
Yeah. So whereabouts do you go to school?
I went to school in Foxdale, Dalla Road.
Oh, yeah.
Very close to where we are. And I was there, and then I went to Rotherham, up the hill. Used to walk up that big hill every day.
Yeah.
Till 88, and then dropped out of sixth form. Didn't want to do uni. I'm not an academic, so I just went straight out to work and did my plant hire, my truck driving, my digger driving, and groundworks and all that kind of thing. So, and then it just kind of went on from there. Bit of traveling.
Oh, okay. So where do you go?
All around Europe. I've been all over the world, really. Asia, and lived in Dubai for 5 years up until about 2016. Got married, had a couple of beautiful daughters. We're all grown up now and flown the nest, so life's good.
Okay, so obviously the thing that I kind of want people to see in this is obviously like that you've just come from Luton Town. You're a normal kind of guy that came from Luton Town, but then you've gone on to do some pretty extraordinary things.
Yeah, worked on probably 250, 275 film and TV productions, as well as reality TV. Come Dine With Me. Just recently did a thing called No Stars from Norwegian Discovery Channel.
Oh, wow.
They came to Luton and I was blown away. I do a thing called couch surfing, where people from all over the world come and stay at my house for free. It's like a cultural exchange. And then that allows me to go anywhere in the world and stay on someone's couch for free.
Oh, cool.
And we cook together, we do tour guiding, we do events, we do music, we do festivals, concerts, all that kind of thing, trips to London, various events and all that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. And that's how they contacted me. And obviously them being in the TV industry and me being in the TV and film industry, we kind of clicked and connected. And yeah, it's coming out soon. So we're gonna link it in the bio.
Oh,
and
wow.
We've got basically a Norwegian film crew who, they're amazing Scandinavians. They're such lovely people. They came to Luton after they came to Tbilisi, and they went to Essex, and now they're in Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan.
Oh my god!
And we're gonna show Luton in a good light. They basically,
that's lovely.
I showed them around the town. I showed them beautiful parks, a beautiful church, the mall, the World Food Market. We met our dancing dread in the square.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
I know. Yeah.
And then they came back to my house. They wanted English breakfast. They wanted a cream tea, and then the finale was English roast dinner.
Oh,
which
lovely.
I got the presenters to cook in my house at my direction. Because, I like food. I've been on Come Dine With Me in 2010, and that was a lot of fun. I've been on TV doing other cookery shows and stuff like that, aside from the TV. And
I was quite interested by the cooking sort of stuff. I love to cook, man.
You're a professional eater. You've been eating food all your life.
Well, right? Not just that. My first job was as a trainee chef.
Amazing. I didn't know that.
I absolutely love food. I love food. I've worked in a couple of kitchens before, and it's always been something really close to my heart. And I really love presenting a dish to somebody and seeing the look on their face when they take the first bite.
It's love. It's love.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it for a profession, but I'd like to do it as a social construct. But
I've seen some of your cooking. I mean, I watched the episode "Couldn't Come Dine With Me."
Yeah, it was a lot of
fun. And you've definitely got skill, man.
Oh yeah.
And then not only that, I've read a couple of different bios online and how you like to go around different places, like cooking loads of food for lots of different people.
Yeah, I mean, I've done big beach barbecues. I've done big cooking events all around Europe and around Asia. And when I lived in Dubai and stuff like that, 100 people, 150 people, it's not a problem. It's like cooking for 4 people. It's just more food and more socialism. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And everyone loves to eat. It brings people together. Same as music and TV and lots of different elements of positivity,
No, that's exactly the way that I see food. It's a thing that brings communities together, and it's a cultural thing as well.
Yeah,
it enhances culture.
Of course.
In people's experiences of a place that they go to.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I like that when you said about the Norwegian guys coming over, that you've given them proper British food. And
I hope it'll be a good exposure for Luton. We need good news in this town. We get such a bad press. We need positivity. We need music. We need culture. We need events.
Yeah.
We've got Radio 1 big weekend coming up.
That's going
so we've got the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On the Monday, we've got the carnival.
Yeah.
And then I'm a big fan of food from all over the world. I do a thing called Taste of the Caribbean at my house after the carnival from 7 o'clock onwards, because it's May bank holiday, right?
Yeah.
So jerk chicken, curry goat, rice and peas, all that kind of stuff.
Lovely.
Live music, get 60, 70 people in my house. Not a huge house, but I've got a decent sized garden. And a bit of spoken word and a good network of creatives.
Oh, wow, that's really interesting.
So you're coming?
Oh, I'll come down to that. Yeah, 100%. Oh, 100%. Yes, I would love to. I'd love to come up to that. That sounds really cool. But let's rewind a bit, because we've come to what you're doing now, and
we jumped ahead.
We jumped quite far.
So you want to hear about how I got into
how
the
did you
TV
get
film
into?
industry?
Yeah, because obviously you told me so many things about what you've done. And
I'm very multifaceted. I'm very random as well.
Yeah.
I'm like you. But so essentially, I started off doing basically plant hire, construction, and platforms and hire and all that kind of thing. And I ended up working with Guy Ritchie. I ended up working with Christopher Nolan.
No way.
I basically built the film set for Batman Begins in Bedford.
Wow.
I was in the airship hangars up there, where Warner Brothers do a lot of filming up there, for about 2 weeks, doing all this construction and rigging and electricals and scaffolding at height. And until I realised this is a new Batman film by Christopher Nolan, who's just won an Oscar, right?
Wow.
In 2004. So I spent the whole 2004, May to September, in the dark. Hence my skin pallor. I see all the filming being done, all the construction being done, all the deconstruction being done. And, it's mad. When you see the Batmobile drive over the cop car.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen it happen, it's just like behind camera. You've seen all the fighting, you see all the action, you see all the gangster stuff going on, and it's just mad, honestly. And I was already a film fan, TV fan.
So that was your first experience?
Yeah, but I was crew.
Way.
I wasn't.
No, but that's so cool, man. Exactly. That's so cool.
Because you can kind of stand there. You've got no pressure. There's no onus on you to deliver. You've just got to do things.
Well, to think as well, when you look back at it now, that film's iconic.
Yeah.
That's absolutely iconic. I mean, Christopher Nolan coming in and deciding to do Batman, he's a brilliant director as is, but then,
he's amazing.
And then, the cast that he chose, it was genuinely really, everything was perfectly done.
Unbelievable.
And it's going to go down as one of the greatest films of all time. And
it's one of my favourites, even though he did follow it up with one of the better films, The Dark Knight, and then The Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. So with the Joker and then Bane, all in the same location.
That's crazy.
I didn't work on them because I was in the Middle East by then, but I had a lot of people working on it, and I've got a really good network of people that are in the industry that are working on obviously every TV and film production that's going.
Yeah.
So it's
okay. So that's how you get your first taste.
Yeah.
So then what happened after? Like, what was the feeling after that?
I'd worked on Harry Potter. I worked with Guy Ritchie. I did adverts.
So this is all as crew.
Yeah. And then basically short films, little tiny adverts, that kind of thing, stuff by the seaside. And then I came back from Dubai, scoot forward several years. I worked for a development company, worked in construction, worked for more plant hire. went to Dubai for 5 years, worked in real estate over there. So again, something different. And then I came back from Dubai 2016. I thought, you know what, I really don't want to do the corporate thing. I don't want to work for a company. I want to do a bit of volunteering, a bit of agency work, a bit of this, a bit of that. And then, a guy that I used to work with put on his socials, 500 film extras needed for major Hollywood film. So I applied to castingcollective.co.uk, great casting agency based in London, and I got the gig. And it was Tim Burton's Dumbo for Disney.
No way.
In the same hangar, that 20 minutes up the road from Luton. Had some supporting artists stay at my house, and that was sort of the beginning of the journey, really. And then again, more kind of like background, and then because I'm so tall, I'm usually kind of pushed to the back. You know, like getting picked for the football team or the basketball team, you might be in front because you've got long legs and you can move. But a lot of the time, it's the other way around.
Oh, really?
Okay. Skip forward to a couple of years ago on the Batman. So I played a Gotham City detective because it was COVID.
Yeah.
And they said, right, tall guy to the front, leading, chasing down the Riddler. So and then we broke.
So that was you.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's all in the shadows.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, that's still so cool. No,
yeah, but
so
you know, I'm not an actor.
Yeah.
I'm not a stuntman. I'm a supporting artist, but I'm now a special actions performer, SPACT, which is kind of like, because I've done a bit of stuff in the military, I've got weapons training, I'm a gun enthusiast, that kind of thing. I kind of get chosen for a lot of police roles, armed police, guard. I was just in the recent Napoleon film with Ridley Scott.
No way.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I mean,
it was brilliant. Brilliant film.
I took my daughter to see it. She's
amazing.
Like, there's you, Dad. And I was
no
like,
way.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's incredible.
So 3-4 months, you know, working on these productions. I've been on Top Boy as a police officer, met all the cast and crew, all great. What's out at the minute? The Gentleman, worked on that. Up at Nebworth House, big stately home. And just, list goes on. Obviously, the Batman, that scene, we broke and we're having coffee outside the studio. And these two guys come up to us. This is during COVID, right? And they're wearing black masks and black baseball caps. We're having a little chat. Oh, they're working on the Mission Impossible film next door. Fine, we're working on the Batman. Told them about the scene, you know, who's in it, that kind of thing. They walked off. My mate goes, that was Tom.
No way. Tom Cruise.
Didn't recognise him. You know, that was that time he kicked off about the COVID and all that. Do you remember? Yeah. So just little elements of that, you know, being shouted at by Chris Nolan, Ridley Scott, and Tim Burton, to name but three of my best, and I think the best film directors that we have.
Without a doubt, they're up there.
I would have thought
Without
so.
a doubt, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. More recently, there's been a hell of a lot of filming going on in this area. I'm sure I've discussed with you before, but for the listeners,
please.
There's a Bollywood studio 5 minutes around the corner, top of Dalla Road. Worked there a couple of times with some big names. And the new Marvel being filmed in Tring, the other side of Dunstable. The new Wicked live-action Disney remake in Ivinghoe. A lot of stuff going on in Bovingdon, which is just Hemel Hempstead.
Yeah.
Was down there 2.5 years ago with 400 soldiers from Masters of the Air, which is a continuation of Band of Brothers and the Pacific. And I've never seen so many grown men cry. Really? I'm getting emotional now. Well, the assistant director got on the loud hailer and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, our bosses, Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks."
Oh,
and there they were, our heroes.
Oh my gosh.
Welling up now, mate.
Yeah.
You know, it's a passion. It's what you do. And it's, I look round, big guys, you know, tearing up.
Oh my god,
mate, what a moment.
Yeah, I know. Your heroes, like,
and at Luton Who as well.
Yeah, you cannot.
10 minutes up the road, you know. You know, last September, my agency messaged me and said, "Can you come to Luton Airport and be an airport passenger? Will you carry on and all that kind of thing?" Fine. Who walks off the bus? Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz.
No way.
Yeah, in Luton. We had a chat. I apologised for the weather. Yeah, with the two little kids, and it's obviously dressed up as Heathrow. They can't film there. Yeah. So, but yeah, things like that really.
That must, like, what does it feel like when you meet these kind of people?
It's kind of normal. At the same time, it's otherworldly.
Yeah.
But, you know, especially when I say to people, how was your journey? Oh, yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours. What about you? 7 minutes. All back to mine, you know, kind of thing. So there's a lot going on in and around Luton. I mean, we've done...
People aren't aware of it. They're just not aware of that.
Well,
like, for me,
it's
that's
not marketing,
a real big...
really.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, a lot of this filming is... It's pseudonyms, it's working titles, it's actually hidden. Because, you know, they don't want people turning up. They don't want fans turning up.
But why Luton? Why? For me, you know, I've grown up in Luton all my life.
Yeah.
I love Luton, don't get me wrong. But I can think of a million other better places around the UK to do filming.
I think a lot of it's location. A lot of it's the airport. Don't forget Luton Who. I mean, we've had 4 weddings there. We've had lots of period dramas. We've had bits of Murder on the Orient Express kind of thing. If you go up there, it's a timeless estate. Same as Bovingdon. Same as we did Mary and George recently.
I guess it's like an access sort of thing, isn't it?
It's you know, the same as the Bedford Hangars. It's the biggest indoor rentable space in the UK, and it's just off the motorway, and it's not too far. It's all to do with proximity from the studios.
Yeah.
And don't forget, the main studios is Pinewood, which is just in Uxbridge. You've got Warner Brothers Studios, which is in Leavesden, which is where the Harry Potter world is.
Yeah.
Where we've done the Flash down there, Barbie, Wonka, the Batman. I mean, you know, Fast X.
Yeah, yeah.
There, done.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel's, Jason Momoa, you know, The Rock. Hey, bro, you're not as tall as I thought you were. You know, it's surreal.
Yeah.
But it's all North London, Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire, Buckinghamshire. You know, George Clooney's just done Boys in the Boat. In Berkshire, he's even bought a house down there.
No way.
Yeah, it's about the Olympics, about the rowing.
Oh, the rowing. Yeah. I've seen a little bit about that.
Tom Cruise is around. He's filming around here.
Yeah, he's always up at Luton Who, isn't he?
He loves it up there.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
You know? He goes up there for lunch.
Yeah.
You know? Kind of thing. You know? I mean, you know, I hear Elon Musk met Rishi Sunak in Luton Who for lunch. He just flew in on his private jet. Because, you know, a lot of people on the internet are following these flights. And where's Taylor Swift right now? Over the Atlantic on her way to London for a concert or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's freedom of information. You know what I mean? So...
Wow, that is a lot to digest. That is a lot to digest because we've talked about this sort of stuff before. Like when you told
in passing, because we're always doing events.
I told you like I'm a massive Star Wars fan. You was like, oh yeah, I was in Andor. just like that. Yeah. Just blow my mind every single time.
Probably one of the best film sets I've ever been on in my life, and I've been on a lot.
Did it really feel like you was in Star Wars? Like beyond belief. I mean, you was in it, obviously.
Well, I can't spoil anything because. Obviously, I'm contractually obligated, but to be continued. But 350 crew, I mean, just the professionalism, everything in the background, everything in the foreground, all the gadgets, all the bits and pieces, all the props.
Like, I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. My family are huge into it. I mean, when we've gone to Comic-Cons in the past, we've all dressed up as Star Wars.
Yeah,
and, you know, I like to be Han Solo.
Well, this was a happy accident for me because the Stormtrooper costume is from somebody from 5'9" to 5'11".
Yeah, because they're all short.
And I'm 6'2". And I was very pleased to realise when they took the helmets off, like this, because that's the way they're designed, half of them were women.
No way.
Yeah. And then we were in a group ready to roll camera, and there was a stunt driver called Martin. And they were calling over the radio, "Where's Martin? Where's Martin?" All my SA colleagues, all the stormtroopers and the other soldiers, pointed to me and said, "Come on." So they wanted the stunt driver that sits in the speeder out off camera.
Yeah.
Who got to drive the speeder with all the stormtroopers on the back.
No way.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
You have to pinch yourself.
Yeah. Because like for you, what you know, was you a Star Wars fan growing up?
Oh, come on, who isn't?
There are some. I call them crazy people.
Well, I mean, you know, the media's amazing. It's film and TV. It's great escapism. Yeah. People binge watch because they've had a hard day. They want to escape. They want to watch a feel-good film. They want to watch their feel-good film over and over and over. It's like listen to your favourite song or one of your favourite artists. You never tire of it. It always feels good. It always makes you feel how you felt when you first heard it.
Yeah.
That is the power of the media.
It's so true.
And long may it continue.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I watched a recent podcast with Zack Schneider, which was absolutely brilliant, and he talked about what film means to him and how deep he goes with it, and it is one of the things that he said is exactly what you've just said, which is that it's like a timeless experience, and you can always dip back into that moment in time and what that area of that film, like you may just have all of a sudden like a throwback, like a flashback to when you were sitting in your house with your mum cooking you dinner.
Deadpool, it makes you who you are. Yeah. It takes you back to that moment. And it's beautiful.
Is this why, like, because we haven't got into the why you're doing any of this as well, because obviously you've gone from being, doing truck sort of driving and like...
like a full-time,
proper regular
when can I
job.
take my holiday kind of job.
Yeah, just a regular job.
When do I want to work?
Exactly.
And then during COVID, I mean, we were doing the Batman when COVID hit, but we were doing stuff before that in the other studio, and the main actor, Robert Pattinson, actually got tested positive for COVID. So they said, right, guys, you're all wrapped, have your lunch, go for a COVID test and go home. And then they paid us for the week. So I just went out and did my day job.
Yeah.
So a bit of truck driving, a bit of agency work, a bit of landscape gardening or something. And then I'll say to them, do you need me to work next week? I've actually got 3 days filming, or I'm off for 3 months filming. It's fine. It's all about flexibility.
Yeah.
And I know so many people that say to their boss, can I have July the 4th till 13th off? And they're like, no, because everyone else is off then. We need you. You tell the employer when you are available.
Yeah.
Flexibility.
That must do. I mean, I'm a big advocate for mental health, especially with men.
Freedom.
Freedom is such a big part of it, right? Like having the choice of what you do with your time. And, using it in a constructive kind of manner. I mean,
of course,
everybody wants to have the kind of life that you're living, like where you get to pick and choose as and when you do things.
Have a proper day off.
Yeah.
And, just
say, do you know what? I'm doing nothing.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing.
It's important.
Like, that's fine.
I mean, there's a world of difference between that alarm going off and you thinking, I don't want to get up this morning. I don't like my job. I don't, like when you go down to London Underground on Monday morning and it's like,
carnage.
Everyone's down. Everyone's down. No eye contact. No one's down. You need to put yourself in a position to, when that alarm goes off, sometimes my alarm goes off at 2:45. I have to be in central London at 4:30. You have to be in the location at, 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:15 or something like that. I jump out of bed thinking, wow, what's today going to bring?
Yeah.
Get the kettle on,
that's great.
Wash my face, brush my teeth, jump in the car, go down there, breakfast, holding, hair and makeup, costume, meeting all your friends, all the people that you are professional with and and you've worked with before, do a bit of camera time, lunch, do some more camera time, wrap, go home, high five everybody, big hug, claps, well done, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It makes a hell of a difference.
It must be a good feeling. Be a good feeling.
Yeah. But I will give you my 3 top film extra agencies for anyone who's interested.
Okay.
And they are universalextras.co.uk. They're based in Pinewood. I've had a load of work from them, TV, film, and they're great. Casting Collective, who I mentioned before, and We've Got Pop, which is an umbrella company for extra people, 210, many different.
I'll make sure I'll put like a thing underneath as we're talking.
Yes, of course.
Like I'll have the images of what they are.
Yeah, and they're always looking for people.
Yeah,
they're all looking for people of all sizes, all colours, all ages.
Yeah,
I do a lot of police work, and I might have a middle-aged man that says, "Oh, I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too short, I'm too bald." No, they need everyone.
Exactly.
You look at the maximum population; it's everyone is represented.
They want, and the way that the film industry is, they, like you say, they want to have fair representation across everybody. So it's very hard to be included, especially when you come from a great place like Luton Town.
Of course,
it's so massively diverse. So anyone in Luton Town could get involved.
Dressed up as New York. Yeah, we just did in September. We just wrapped. We did the final scene of Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's so cool!
And
that's so cool, man.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know until I turned up and I saw the Ghostbusters sign on the wall.
Yeah,
and there's Bill Murray.
Oh, don't, man, don't. There's
Dan Aykroyd.
He's one of my heroes.
And
I love that guy.
These guys.
Oh wow!
I'm sure they got a few quid in the bank, but once they get that script and their agent says, "You need to be in this," and it's all about the kids and the grandkids now. But it's it's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters for me is like goes down as one of the greatest.
I mean, this was like 40 years ago.
Yeah,
and they're still there.
I know.
Performing.
When I was a kid, obviously it had been out for a little while when I was little, and I watched it. But I became obsessed with it. I became absolutely obsessed to the point that I actually got my granddad banned from a golf club. Because I took one of his golf clubs and I was going up to people who were about to take their shot and going, "Who are you going to call?" And then they ended up getting quite upset about it.
It's inspirational.
Yeah, they got my granddad kicked out.
Yeah,
that's how much of an effect it had on me. I was doing it all the time everywhere I went.
Wicked, man.
But yeah, no, Ghostbusters is so cool. Just to have these kinds of experiences must really change you as a person as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could be working on an advert. You could be working on. I mean, we did something last year called Back to Black about Amy Winehouse.
Oh wow!
And we did several days on that. I'm looking forward to that with a really iconic actor who I really admire, and Eddie Marsan. Eddie Marsan is not a household name, but he's in Marvels. He plays a mad scientist. He's an amazing character actor.
Yeah,
a bit like Timothy Spall. I've worked with him before, and all of a sudden, it's like, I'd say like Dan Aykroyd in The Blues Brothers and Trading Places.
Oh my gosh!
If you put him and Elwood Blue together, you would never think it was the same person.
Yeah,
that is the power of hair, makeup, costume, and production.
Yeah. And acting as well. I mean, for him,
unbelievable.
He's brilliant in Blues Brothers. Oh my
absolutely
God,
fantastic.
He's
one of my favourite films.
I could
watch
so funny,
day in day out.
So funny,
never fails to deliver.
And do you know what? A lot of nowadays comedy, you can see them taking bits from it. Do you know what I mean? There's this is what a lot of people don't really realise in the comedy they watch. It's just stolen from the past.
And there's a lot of sort of Jewish elements in there, which is really, really cool for the American market, and it's really just belly busting giggly, and it's brilliant. It's all from John Landis. I mean, he's one of my favourite directors. He did another very famous film where he did Michael Jackson Thriller actually.
Oh yeah,
and he did American Werewolf in London.
Oh,
talk about a complete in the same year.
Ooh, that is
totally
brilliant.
Polar opposite films.
Yeah,
one in London and North Yorkshire, and the other one in Chicago. I mean, it's just a completely different story, but same sort of traits, I'd say, as a film director.
Oh, no, that's
really interesting.
Oh, that is so deep, man. That's so deep. Like
we could sit all day and talk about
we could,
honestly,
really could. But let's go back to when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Was this like something that you desired a little bit?
I wanted to be in the military.
Oh, really?
And I did cadets. I did TA and stuff like that, and I like jumping around and getting active and stuff like that.
So did you actually serve?
No, because I was going to join the Marines, and then my daughter made an appearance. So I stayed at home.
Okay.
You being a father, you understand
that. Of course.
You can't be travelling for 9 months a year, or 6 months a year.
Well, I guess then in your kids are all grown up now.
Yeah.
Pursuing this acting career is kind of like you're going to war a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it is. I mean, good days, bad days. I mean, sometimes you'll go from, and it's not doom and gloom, but it's not easy, but it's not hard.
Yeah,
that's quite a juxtaposition.
Well, no, because I can imagine that there's a lot of pressure on you to perform, obviously, and to make a mark on
to hit your
people.
Mark. I mean, say for instance, when I'm driving.
You've got some pictures here for us.
Yes, I'm basically driving Prince Charles and Prince Harry.
Look at this.
And
look, there you go. That's easier on there.
That was Lady Diana and the Queen, actually, in the Crown.
Oh, look at that!
So that's me driving the royal limos.
Oh, that's
so
really
they
cool.
basically. My agency called me and said, "Can you drive a limo on the Crown? Like, are you confident enough? Because they don't want the vehicles damaged; they want it done right." Of
course.
And they said, "Well, what's your experience?" I said, "I'm a pro driver." I said, "What does that mean?" I said, "I'm a professional driver. Done 1 million miles, been driving 30 years, and I've used to buy and sell supercars in Dubai. I've got truck license and diggers and forklifts and all that kind of thing. So I've got the gig, And they've just asked me to do another, not the Crown, something else, but the same agency. The director actually asked me by name."
No way.
Well, because you've got to pull away, you've got to stop, you've got.
It's got to be perfect. Yeah. And if you've done it once well enough before, then you're going to get talked to again.
I was 6 different soldiers in Napoleon.
Oh wow!
That's a French chasseur.
Look at that.
So That's pretty cool. And that was the other side. And yeah.
Oh wow!
I've actually been in House of the Dragon as a King's Guard.
Oh, now some people that are Game of Thrones fans are going to love that.
This is
Look at that.
probably one of the
this man.
Thank you. This is probably one of the hardest jobs I've ever done.
Yeah.
Hottest day of the year in August.
Where was this?
This is in Warner Brothers Studios.
Okay.
But they film a lot around in the woods and stuff like that. We've just done season 2 in Bournewoods where we did Napoleon, the battle scenes. But yeah, being in this wool, felt, armour, hottest day of the year, go in the studio and it's about another 5 degrees hotter because I've got all the fires burning. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Take it back a year before, being on the Batman, 3 o'clock in the morning in February under a rain machine.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. People going down with hypothermia, that kind of thing. So it's not really for the faint-hearted. That was the Gotham City detective, the Batman.
You actually look American there as well.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's really good.
It's all the
I don't know why, you look American.
Yeah. This was actually in Luton, believe it or not.
Oh, this is one of my coolest ones I've seen you in. Yeah,
this is around the corner from here. Yeah,
that's amazing.
This is for Ganapath with an actor called Tiger Shroff, who's a big deal, a really big deal. But you know, a lot of these actors, they have like between 80 and 200 million followers on Instagram. And
wow.
Can we have a picture for my 91 followers or whatever it is? That's Masters of the Air in Luton.
That's cool. Yeah. That's so cool.
There's a really good Netflix series coming out called 3 Body Problem. I played a few roles on that. Oh, it's about the universe. It's based on a Chinese trilogy of books. That was Top Boy for Netflix.
Oh, to chase
the bad boys down. You know, that was me in the Riddler's apartment taking pictures and dusting down prints and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah. That was driving Magic Mike's and Selma Hayek's, Channing Tatum's.
No way.
60s Rolls Royce. Yeah. Yeah. So this is actually the tower for ITV, Armed Police.
The tower. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. My gosh.
And I think this was Aquaman. I had one with
Aquaman.
Samuel L. Jackson as well. Yeah. So yeah, I mean.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, what a legend! What a legend! I bet he's amazing in person.
Off camera, Joker, Tom Cruise as well. Practical Joker, always on the wind up.
Yeah.
You know, they're just people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But Samuel L., everyone's just eating out of his hand because he's such a legend.
Yeah.
And he's so funny and he's so organic as well.
Yeah.
My God, that guy's so professional.
Yeah.
One take. Nailed it.
Seriously.
Done.
Really?
Well, it's like a lot of the Christopher Nolan stuff. One take, move on. How do you get content? You don't do 16 takes.
Of course.
You do it. You rehearse, you practice, you learn your lines, you hit your marks, you film, done, move on. Boom.
Yeah.
That's the difference between film and TV. One's a lot faster paced than the other. Film might take 3 months for hour and a half, 2 hour, 3 hour film. But a 10 episode TV show could be a lot quicker than that because they're doing it a lot faster.
Yeah.
The days can be a little bit longer, and professionalism. Practice makes practice.
Yeah, of course,
you know?
Of course. Mate, I can't. I'm blown away. I'm genuinely blown away. And this brings me to now, considering all of this, why on earth have you got any interest in me and what I'm doing? I'm small potatoes, man.
Right.
I'm not really doing.
Okay, I'm really glad you asked this pertinent question, Deadpool, because if I do a voiceover or a short film or a volunteer or an event or a Comic-Con or something like that, it's my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I want to use my time to go and get paid, that's up to me. My point is, the energy is the same. Yeah. When I do something unpaid and something paid, it's the same. It's me applying myself. It's creativity. When I see you guys, what you're doing in our town, it strikes me, and I want a piece of it. So that's why.
That's lovely, man. No,
that's why people do it, because they're fans. They want to get involved. They want to escape. They want to be part of a clique. They want to make new friends. They want to escape. They want to dress up, and that's why we do what we do.
Yeah,
you know? And I think it's very, very, very powerful.
No, well, that touches me as well, man, because it's like what I wanted to do with this was to. I never pictured anybody having any interest in me, if I'm perfectly honest. I just wanted to raise a bit of money. Do you know what I mean? Raise a bit of money for Keach and for the hospital.
It's fantastic what you do. Everybody in town says good things about you. People all around the world say good things about me, and they visit me, and I take them round and I cook for them, and they'll let them stay at my house or camp in my garden or crash on my couch. People talk about you in a positive way because you're doing positive things, and it's who you are. That's
I'm glad I managed to reach you because honestly, you've all you've done since I've got to know you is just blowing my mind every single time. And then
that's very humbling,
with you're very kind and you're very generous with your time.
That's very kind of you.
And do you know what? It's not like I don't sense that you try and get anything out of me. I feel like you just want to help.
I just want to be there. I love your energy. I love all the people we meet.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
let's talk about what just happened. Let's just talk about
the joy on people's faces
and what we're gonna do this weekend.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't wait.
And by the way,
my costumes.
By the way, let me just show everybody what you brought me today because this is why it's important. Let's get them out. Nice one, nice. So Martin has brought me something very iconic from the new upcoming films in Marvel with Deadpool and Wolverine. Look at that! Isn't that beautiful? It's so cool, man.
Quite hard to source. But I've actually got a set for all
our people. I got approached by the Luton Irish Forum, and they asked me if I would want to be in the parade this year, be an ambassador for them this year. I was like, yes, without a doubt. I love the Irish Forum. I love St. Paddy's Day. The whole energy about it is just, it's bang on. I mean, the Irish community in Luton is one of the best communities in Luton, without a doubt.
Great.
And we were talking, and she said to me, what are you going to do this year? Like, are you going to make it bigger and better? And I was like, of course I am. And then she said, can you get any, like, I know you've got some other superhero friends. Can you get some other superhero friends to turn up? So I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I'll see what I can do. And through that, and through different, messages I put out,
put your feelers out there.
I've got a lot of people that came to me wanting to join, and we could only have a certain amount, and
of course,
I narrowed it down, and it became 7 of us, and
perfect.
We are now the lucky 7.
Yes, the magnificent,
the lucky, the beautiful, the amazing, but the lucky 7. That's what we are.
Brilliant.
We've got the spirit of the Irish in us, in what we embody, in how we're gonna perform for people around
and apply ourselves. And we did a little nice sort of promo run through at the weekend in the square.
We did, and
Luton.
Martin
it really went well.
Martin's the best because I put a call out there because I need a Wolverine. I need a Wolverine. I've been searching for a Wolverine the entire time that I've been doing this because I feel like where there is the universe in Marvel. You've got Deadpool and you've got Wolverine. It just works so perfectly together. I needed something like that to do different events and stuff. So I put the message out there. Martin just instantly hit me up.
I was waiting. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a match made in heaven, man.
There you go.
Because then when you came out, you was awesome.
Yeah.
You was awesome. I think we probably scared quite a few people, but also we also spread so much love and positivity and. Everybody was great.
We pulled a hell of a crowd,
pictures.
didn't we?
Yeah, I mean,
just the joy on people's faces to see something different.
100%.
And it was just a good array of characters as well that people can relate to.
Yeah,
from that kind of universe.
Yeah, well, you've got obviously from Harley Quinn who's going across to DC. It doesn't make sense that Harley Quinn's my sidekick, right? But do you know what?
Sophie,
Harley Quinn,
amazing.
She's amazing.
She's great.
She's incredible.
She's so good.
What she does for kids, and she's just such a lovely person. And we've got Poison Ivy, who
everyone's awesome.
She is amazing as well. I met her at Comic-Con.
Just the costumes, the makeup,
design. It's just
the little details. I mean, little things that really make the costume pop.
And then, obviously, we can't leave out the Halo boys, who they came out with me before
good.
Over Christmas sort of time.
Brilliant.
Was it Christmas? No, it was October time. Yeah, it was October time they came out with me.
Yeah.
And them guys, what they've done to their suits to make themselves Irish is just blows me away. Their creativity.
creative.
They make all their suits themselves. It's all done on 3D printers, and it's just amazing
So good.
what they do.
Yeah.
And then obviously, last but not least, we've got somebody who's come in to clear up that I am not Spider-Man, because he is Spider-Man. We have Spider-Man.
Brilliant.
And Spider-Man was incredible. His poses, everything. Everything was like, the kids went crazy when they saw it.
He's iconic.
Yeah, I mean, you know, how can you not have Spider-Man involved?
So good.
You have to have Spider-Man. So that's the gang. And we're
very lucky.
We're going to be in the parade on Sunday. So everybody get your butt down to St. George's Square. Come see us.
Yeah, it'd be a bit
Come see us along the whole parade.
Yeah.
Come find us.
Hopefully the weather will be good. The sun might come out.
I've heard. Well, let's not talk about the weather.
My skin's waterproof.
Let's not talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Last year was bad. This year it's got to be good.
Carnival, St. Patrick's Day, whatever the weather, show up. It's always and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You know, Mela, Festival of Light, all that kind of stuff. Boom. Just show up.
Yeah. I mean, you know, for me, every time that there is a festival of any kind on in Luton, there's a different energy about the place.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You get, because, you know, there's a lot of people who don't really come out into the town.
Of course.
Right? But then as soon as there's a festival on, all the old Lutonians come out, and then we celebrate together. And then we've got all the new people that have come here. Yeah. And everybody celebrates together. And, you know, of course, you get some instances of trouble, but on festival days...
You get that anywhere.
No, but on festival days, you know, tend not to that much
You get that vibe because everyone's on that happy one.
Yeah, I remember, you know, years ago, the carnival was a little bit, little bit hit and miss, man. Yeah. Sometimes it could be a great day, but then there could be a lot of violence.
Well, I've been going for the last 18 to 20 years, and I always have, like I said, my event afterwards, and you know, I've never seen any trouble.
You
know, it's the park, the town centre, the floats, the music, the soca. Everyone getting down, jerk chicken. It's so good.
Do you know what I have to say? I was really honoured a couple of years ago to be in the carnival, because as a kid, I wasn't allowed to go to the carnival. We was just... I understand. I don't know why, just wasn't allowed to go.
No, I understand.
And I didn't go to my first one until I was like 16.
Right. Yeah.
And then after that, I didn't go as much. I went, like, you know, to every other year I'd probably go. And but I every time that I went, I was always captivated by it, like creativity, the people that make the
costumes, the music, the sound clashes.
It's insane.
You know, I mean, you've got soca, lovers rock, reggae, and everything in between.
The main thing, the food.
Oh my god,
the food every time.
I met Mr. Reggae down there as well. Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He was really cool.
Yeah,
I invited him round to my barbecue.
Yeah,
but he obviously thinks I can't cook. You'd be very surprised. And he had a prior engagement, but
oh, how amazing would that be to get him to come down to the barbecue?
Yeah, so cool.
Cook up a bit of chicken. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
We need a bit of positivity, a bit of spice.
But that's the quality stuff that carnivals and festivals that bring to this town, parades, different stuff that we do. You know, there's some really good things in Luton, and I really hope that, like you mentioned about Radio 1 coming here, that more and more people will get to come here and see how great this place. Because
put some positivity on that.
I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, why are they holding Radio 1 Luton?" Like from all different parts of the country. Obviously, don't know what it's like to be here.
No.
And I promise you, all you people, if you come down here, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a good time. We've got great people. We've got great food. We've got great energy. It's Luton is going to take over the world after Radio 1.
We're going to have a good summer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look what we've done since we went into Premier League. We've infected everybody with the Luton virus.
I'm not even a football fan. Yeah. But I get sucked into it because it's positivity. All my friends are talking about it. Yeah. Now I'm a sort of a pseudo football fan. You know? And it's we need that good stuff.
Yeah, and do you know what? On that front, I have to say I'm very, very lucky. First time, so I'm you know, been going to Luton Town matches for the last probably, let me think, like 9 years I've been going, like solidly going. Before that, didn't really go too much. I went first time like kind of 2005 sort of time, but I've been a fairly big Luton Town fan. I started taking my son from 2015.
Fantastic.
And I've seen them just go up and up and up. Brilliant. It was the best journey ever. And
fantastic.
To culminate last year as well. Yeah. But I've not been able to go to a single game this season other than 2 FA Cup games I went to.
You've been busy.
But no, it's getting tickets. It's bloody impossible. Bloody impossible. So this weekend, first time ever, I got a ticket to Nottingham Forest.
Fantastic.
Deadpool's coming. Not me out of the suit. Deadpool's coming to his first ever Premier League game. It's going to be insane.
Well, I've met quite a lot of away fans the last few months.
Yeah.
And they've all been so friendly and so nice. and you just be kind to people.
Yeah.
Because you're on a day
I think
out.
they're always surprised. They're surprised. That,
Yes, of course.
Of course, in the stadium, we're going to chuck it to each other.
Of course.
But then as soon as they come out, there's no trouble.
And there's couples and there's families and people bringing their kids and stuff like that. We need positivity.
To be honest with you, I've not actually heard of any fights.
That's brilliant.
I've not heard of anything.
And don't forget, these people are getting up very, very early on the weekend and travelling for several hours to get to us, from up north and down south and all that kind of thing. Give them a bit of respect,
Yeah, exactly.
Let them enjoy themselves.
Especially if we want to
win,
go
lose
away.
or draw.
Yeah, if we want to go away and enjoy the same benefits, it's a good thing to do.
Great.
But yeah, mate, so... Is there anything else you want to talk about? I'm thinking like football now. I've gone to football land now.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I say this every New Year's Eve. People say, "Oh, what's your New Year's resolutions?" And I just want to do more. I just want to do more, and it's managing time and money and socialising and cooking and going out and events and stuff like that. It's just have a little bit of balance. Have a little bit of a bit of work, bit of play, bit of travel, bit of socialism, that kind of thing. So, like you want to do more.
Well, what to kind of wrap it up a little bit as well, because I want to give something back to people who are maybe inspired by what your journey is and how you've come to be in contact with so many cool people and to do so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
If there's anybody out there, that say doesn't know how to get into acting, they really want to get into it, they want to discover it, got no experience whatsoever, any age, like what would you be your bit of advice to that person?
I'd say the courses are very expensive, but you can look on YouTube. There's lots of acting stuff, classes, that kind of thing. But if you want to start off, as I tell a lot of people in the industry, start off as a supporting artist, and you've got the whole network around you. I've got people that have got into cameras, that have got into assistant directing on James Bond and Game of Thrones and stuff like that by starting off being an extra. And don't forget, you don't need any qualifications.
Yeah, it's true.
And, you don't need a degree. So it's...
So it's not too difficult to get into?
No.
Okay, but with the person's, maybe not quite sure if they should take the leap, what would you say to them then?
Give it a go. You learn by doing. Step forward.
Like, what's the worst that can happen, right?
They'll say no, but they won't select you.
Yeah.
If your face fits and you get that call and they say, right, you need to be at the studio at 7 o'clock in the morning, you turn up on time and you wait for further instructions. And money's quite well paid.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And you get fed.
Yeah, exactly.
Very well. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, and lots of it.
Oh man, that's perfect. No, thank you so much, Martin.
Deadpool's been great.
This has been really fun.
I've really enjoyed it, man.
I'm
definitely coming back. I'm looking forward to Sunday.
100%, man. Let's do Sunday, and I think this needs to be like a kind of regular thing where we catch up and we.
You got stuff to say. I've got stuff to say.
100%.
Exactly.
We can do different shows, man.
Yes,
as well.
of course. Different topics.
100%, man. 100%.
Yeah.
But
we've got Comic-Con coming up this year as well.
We're going to have to do a pre-Comic-Con. Maybe we can get on a panel together.
Do it.
I think we should do a panel.
We'll get a few of our colleagues together.
Oh, genius.
Little Q&A.
We'll have a Lucky 7 panel.
Yes,
okay,
mate.
subject
that's
to
so good.
Luton Comic-Con agreeing to any of this. But yeah, we'll
speak to the
try.
boss. Yeah.
We'll speak to the boss.
I'm sure they'll clear it.
Yeah, of course, of course. All right, well, anyways, thank you very much for watching, people. I love you, Luton.
Thanks, brother.
I love you, bro. Nice one, my brother. Thank you very much. See you later, people.